Hello everybody, Aiden here, and welcome to another video on the Around the Slice Entertainment YouTube channel. So I apologize in advance that there were no episodes or content last week in terms of The Boys and Euphoria episode reviews respectively, specifically because the 2026 NFL Draft was going on at the end of the week and I had to prepare and cover that for my other main job. But I am back here and locked in today, back on the regular routine, if you will, for season 3, episode 3 of Euphoria, which of course premiered/released on HBO and HBO Max the other night. As we do as routine around here with new show episode reviews and recaps like such as this one, I'm going to give you my biggest thoughts and takeaways from various numerous characters and storylines. So, without further ado, let's get started. Quick background. You can go check my episode 1 review. I thought the season premiere and then episode 2 last week was very I thought they were very mixed, very much hit or miss, up and down for me personally. But this episode, holy shit, guys, it ratcheted up everything that we loved from the first 2 seasons of Euphoria to 100. This is a true return to form and went from 0 to 100 real quick. It was messy, it was wild, it was nutty and insane, and that's what we love about Euphoria. And that's what I love. So obviously we saw the setup. We knew in terms of the preview and whatnot that we were getting the wedding episode. Right off the bat, I could have told you that this thing was not going to go as planned. There's no way this was going to go perfectly this wedding day for Nate and Cassie respectively. Not even close to perfectly. From day 1, season 1, episode 1, the pilot of literally this entire freaking series, Nate Jacobs and Cassie, can't remember her last name. Nate and Cassie are very deeply flawed characters, let's be honest. And they have a lot of character quirks and character personalities that don't go well meshed together most of the time. This was nowhere close to perfect. This wedding day was messy, but as an audience, I loved it. There was so much going on. It was happy, it was sad, it was stressful, it was intense at times. There was just a gambit of various, if you will, emotions going on. Just so many different emotions on the spectrum going on there as an audience member, such as myself. Let's talk about the wedding. I kind of want to go through each major character because all the characters do from high school, at least, quote unquote, like the kids revisit with one another, kind of reunite, quote unquote, reunite, if you would. I want to start with Jules. We spend the first 10 to 15 minutes, give or take, 10 to 15 minutes or so of this episode, really kind of describing through flashbacks, through narrations from Rue, what Jules has been up to as a sugar baby. Kind of weird, but as a sugar baby the last handful of months. And I'll just leave it at that. Go to yourself. Kind of uncomfortable watch, but yeah. Rue. Besides Nate and Cassie themselves, this is by far the most interesting storyline of this entire episode. Obviously, Rue starts off kind of questioning things in terms of legitimacy and actual legality of the strip club, of Alamo Brown's strip club that she works at. And because of that, I'm going to be honest, I thought Alamo was going to do something right then and there. I'm not saying he was going to kill her, but I thought he was going to do something right then and there to her. He didn't. He kind of played it safe, but by the end of the episode, it seems like, at first glance, it looks like he kind of set her up to be arrested because the police officer pulls her over and put your hands behind your head as that goes, yada, 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 and then boom, set up by Alamo. They didn't directly say Alamo's name on screen, but you can kind of put 2 and 2 together there. And then we go over to Maddie. I know I'm going quick through this, so I want to touch on each and every character here to the best of my ability. And then we go to Maddie. Obviously, she reunites with Cassie. And then this episode, it seems like she's very jealous and she says multiple times, I can't believe they're together. I can't believe they just got married. It seems like 1, she's jealous of Nate and Cassie together as husband and wife now, and 2, she's very skeptical of that last thing, and 3, honestly, that she just can't believe it. She says it multiple times. Next, I talked about the wedding itself. From the minute Roz, I think it was Roz. I don't know. Correct me in comments below. The Greek dude that threatened Nate 100 different times. I knew as soon as he showed up, shit was about to go down. Shit was about to hit the fan. Obviously, he comes back at the end of the episode and says he didn't want to create a scene, but there's no way he was just gonna go to the wedding and then leave things be, let things lie, if you will. He don't mess around. Was he Greek or Russian? It don't matter. The foreign dude. I don't know. The minute he showed up, it was not looking good for our boy Nate. And at the end, Nate basically gets bloodied and beat to death by him and his crew. And I don't want to laugh, but Cassie's just sitting on the ground over and over crying and saying, "This is my wedding day. It wasn't supposed to go like this." And she's just so chill, interacting with the dude. Again, Greek, Russian, foreign, whatever. She's so chill, interacting with the dude. She's crying, but it seems like she's crying for herself, like selfishly. I'm like screaming at my TV, not literally, but inside my head, figuratively. I'm like, "What the F are you doing? Get up, do something." Obviously, she doesn't want to get hit. It's a woman, but I don't know. Like, she's just selfishly saying, "Well, this is my wedding day. Me." As her newly wedded husband, literally a mere hours ago, within an hour or so at this point, is getting beat and bloodied and bludgeoned to death. Like, what is going on? He doesn't technically like die, at least from what I could gather. Nate Jacobs. Nate doesn't technically die this episode, but I think the very next episode, next week, not next week at this point, Sunday night, episode 4 of season 3, we're gonna get him dying and like fighting for his life, and then boom, he's dead. This was so dramatic. After the first 2 episodes starting slow, this is what we love about Euphoria. I'm telling you, this whole entire, I don't want to call it a fight because it was one-sided. This whole entire, from the foreign dude coming in to his crew, beating him to death, my jaw was on the ground. I said it on Twitter last night, jaw on the floor in all caps, because it was literally and figuratively on freaking ground. Next, this isn't a knock against this episode specifically. It's more of a general hope I have going forward. I need more of Lexi's story, because we're following Rue, and now she was set up by Alamo. We're following Cassie and Nate that just got married, Nate being bloodied and bludgeoned and murdered to death, beat to death, excuse me. We're following Maddie now as a talent advisor to Cassie, possibly taking her on as a client, and her being jealous. But Lexi, we got small glimpses of in episode 1 with Rue. I want her by herself, though. I want her to get as much shine as these other characters do. If I'm being honest, this foreign dude, how he goes about his business, this really intrigues me more so than the main character of Rue. I know Zendaya's character, Rue, is the main character of Euphoria as a whole, historically, and now up to this point, really bad. I want to see how this foreign dude operates going forward. Does he threaten Cassie as well? I just thought it was funny, Cassie's reaction all the entire time. She's like crying and like, "This was supposed to happen to me. This wasn't supposed to happen to me." And she's like selfishly crying in the floor when her newly wedded husband is literally, you get the point, literally dying. This is brutal though, but it's messy, it's nuts, it's insane, but in the best way possible. This is what we love about Euphoria. So yes, I'm intrigued by Rue's storyline of her being set up by Alamo, seemingly from what I could gather and tell specifically. But I'm looking at the Greek dude, Cassie, Nate. Does Nate survive? I highly doubt it, but what's going on? Anyways, guys, this was a return to form from the first 2 seasons comparatively of Euphoria. Season 3, episode 3 of Euphoria ratcheted up things from 0 to 100, lickety split, just like that. I mean, we're back, folks. We're so back. I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10. I have no complaints. Again, needing more of Lexi's storyline and her shine, quote unquote, shining through as a character has nothing to do with this episode specifically. It's not even a knock. It's just a hope I have for the overall season going forward. Because we don't really know how she got here, just like the other flashbacks with the other various characters. Anyways, guys, let me know now in the comments below. What do you think about this episode? Again, I'm giving it a perfect 10 out of 10. True return to form, what we love about Euphoria. Messy and batshit insane in the best, most awesome way possible. 10 out of 10 for me. Yeah, please like and subscribe to this channel, as we will be having a tons of fun content on this channel going forward, weekly, damn near multiple times a week at this point in basis and time. There's so much great television going on right now. Every Monday on this channel, we're going to have Euphoria. Every Wednesday on this channel, The Boys. And then in May, we're kicking it into high gear with some superhero shit like the Punisher special. The Punisher special, excuse me. At the end of May, we have the Spider Noir series and the 3 big blockbuster summer movies of Toy Story 5 in June, Supergirl in June, and then Spider-Man Brand New Day in July. I am 1000% hyped for that. Just holy shit, I can't wait. Anyways, guys, please like and subscribe. Please share this video and channel with anyone and everyone you know. It would be greatly appreciated. Thank you for the support as always. Enjoy the rest of your week. Goodbye.